Welcome to the Setup Gradebook series. I hope you will find these videos helpful as you get ready for the new school year at Costa. There are several ways for a teacher to add new gradebooks. The following buttons, 1, 2, and 3, are available on the dashboard page to add gradebooks. The Add Gradebook button allows you to add gradebooks one at a time, but it is inefficient to create gradebooks one at a time, so you most likely won't want to use this button. The Mass Add Gradebooks button allows you to mass create all of your gradebooks at once. The Copy Gradebooks button will allow you to copy gradebooks you created from a previous term or year. Be sure to select the Adding Gradebooks method that makes the most sense for you. At the beginning of the school year or term, you will most likely want to use the Mass Add Gradebooks feature to create all of your gradebooks at once. This process will create a new gradebook for each section selected, but does not allow you to copy features from previously created gradebooks like your preferred settings, gradebook categories, or assignments. If you want to copy other gradebooks you made during previous school years or terms, you won't use the Mass Add Gradebook feature, but the Copy Gradebooks feature instead. This video will cover how to mass add gradebooks. To copy gradebooks, please locate the Copy Gradebooks video in this series. Let's continue with mass adding gradebooks now. On the dashboard, the Mass Gradebooks button will display at the top of the screen. To mass add gradebooks for all the periods you teach in a given term, click on the Mass Add Gradebooks button. A new page will pop up showing all the current classes assigned to you. Classes in the master schedule are broken up into semesters. If you are creating gradebooks for the fall, be careful to only select the gradebooks showing F for the fall term. If you are creating gradebooks for the spring, select the classes only showing an S for the spring term. Do not select both fall and spring semesters during this one mass add. If you want to create all of your gradebooks for the year, you must first create your fall gradebooks and then repeat the steps again to mass add your spring gradebooks. Mass adding gradebooks all at once creates two problems. It doesn't allow you to make changes to one semester without also changing the other semester. And two, students might see the grade they got from a previous term change in your gradebook, creating confusion and angry emails. You may or may not want to create a gradebook for, say, a teacher's aide. If you aren't going to give a TA assignments and instead would rather just enter a grade during the grade reporting window, then you don't need to create a gradebook for this section. Click the Select button that corresponds to the classes you wish to create the gradebooks for. Once you click Select, the button turns blue and shows the word Remove. Click the button again to remove any accidentally selected gradebooks. Triple check that you have accurately selected the gradebooks you want before moving on. Click the Next button to continue. Here you will see the terms and the corresponding dates. If you are creating gradebooks for the fall semester, select only the Fall button. So notice I have the option of creating a year-long gradebook, but this is going to conflict with the master schedule setup, so I don't want to do that. I also have the option to select quarter gradebooks. There are a handful of teachers at Costa that use this feature correctly, and you probably know who you are. You're probably not watching this video. So everyone else should be selecting either the fall term for fall gradebooks or the spring term for spring gradebooks. Also, never select this single term box. This will turn your gradebook into a year-long course automatically and will conflict with our master schedule since all classes, even year-long courses, are broken into semesters. Notice the starting and ending dates corresponding to each term. The term you select will apply the beginning and end dates to all the gradebooks you are creating. These dates determine when the gradebook is considered active, not only to you, but to parents and students as well. Once you have selected your term, click on Create Gradebooks. One gradebook for each section selected will be created. The section course title will default as the gradebook name for each new gradebook, but can be edited under the Manage Gradebooks link. Now that the gradebooks are created, you can repeat the process to create gradebooks for another term. So if I wanted to create Carrie Jordahl's gradebooks for the spring, I would go back to the Mass Add Gradebooks button, and now I would select those same gradebooks, but only for the spring. Remember that you can click the button again to remove any accidentally selected buttons and follow the same steps. Click Next. Now I'm going to be selecting the spring term instead of the fall, noting the starting and ending dates, never selecting the single term box, and never selecting the year option or even the quarter options. Then I'm going to click Create Gradebooks. Now that I've created my fall gradebook and my spring gradebook separately, the changes that I make to my current fall gradebook won't impact my future spring gradebook, and vice versa. This concludes the Mass Add section of this series. Please continue to watch to learn how to finish your gradebook setup.